Hey everyone, today is new guitar day, but not for me. Today's new guitar day is for my little daughter, and she also wanted to try guitar and start playing guitar, and she wished for a pink Stratocaster, and so I've bought the Squier Mini Stratocaster for her, used on the local used market. I have it here. This video will be one with several steps because I've requested the seller, because she did not have a proper box to send it in a hole, to just disassemble it and send it to me like this, with the neck and the guitar body separated. Yeah, and that's what we're having here. So opening the box and let's see what we find inside. Well, here's the back plate with the screws. The neck. And the guitar body with strap. And even still the strings on it. I will not make use of those. Well, it's a hardtail bridge like the Jazzmaster of Lucas. That's something I really like on such a beginner guitar, because it's way easier to keep it in tune with a hardtail bridge than a floating tremolo or tremolo for that matter, so that makes sense. It has just a master tone and a master volume and a 5-way switch. So far looks so good. Let's take a look at the neck. Yeah, I will round the fret ends a little bit. They're not sharp, but they can be better. So that's something I will do. The frets themselves, they need some polishing. Just like Lucas Jazzmaster, it has some minor dings already on the back side. Not sure if this is from the previous owner. She said it was never used actually, just bought and not used. Could very well be, as we've seen with the Jazzmaster, from the beginning. Tuners. Yeah, I can already feel a different stiffness even without tension on it, so maybe I'll swap them someday. Yeah, so this one will have a setup, everything built together. Might take me probably 1 or 2 days. You don't have to wait for this. We'll just switch into this, and you will also hear this time some playing with this guitar. Okay, so the sample you've heard before was with the Spark 40. That's what I'm gonna use for the other tone samples of this guitar as well. It's a preset with the new ODS 50 Dumble style amp that's coming with the new firmware update of the Spark 40. Yeah, for the guitar a few days have passed and I've played it quite a bit also, just so I can do a little bit of a judgment on it. And I've also did a lot of work with this guitar. There were a few things I did not really like on it. First of all, you see how easy that was? The Strat buttons are way smaller than, for example, on my Rode 150 Strat or any of these guitars around here. I don't know why they put such small knobs on there. They are useless. They just do not hold in pretty much any strap I have. That's, yeah, you can just leave it away and it's just as good. So that's something I will definitely change, because as mentioned, this is for my daughter. She's 5 years old, and anyone who has kids knows how good they are looking for their stuff and how careless they can be. It's not really that she would not look for this guitar, but she will not think about it when putting the strap over herself and gets the guitar on herself, and it's so easily torn off. Yeah, nah, you can't give it to a kid like this. So that's totally useless. The other thing I've did was, as mentioned in the first unboxing, in the first part of the video, the fret ends were not great. They were not bad, but they were not great. So I've did the fret ends quite extensively, actually. I've rolled also the edges on the fretboard, and I've noticed when going over it with the fret rocker also that it had a few high strings. Enough to make me do a complete level. I think it were 5 or 6 frets, so I did a level over the whole fretboard. Yeah, and they were evenly spread, so forget about it. Yeah, I went over the whole fretboard, did a fret level, new crowning, polishing everything, and now it really plays, yeah, really great in my opinion. The other thing I did was I've sanded the back of the neck with 800 grit sandpaper. It got a lot smoother now. I still feel the little dings that are over here in the neck, but it's not disturbing, and yeah, the rest of the neck just feels good. So that's about it. Another thing this guitar had was the guitar check was, the input check was completely loose. I had to get that one in completely screwed in again. Yeah, but that's not a big deal, but still, yeah, something I had to do. The tuners themselves, with tuning and playing it now a little, they were fine, not great. Probably at some point I might change these ones as well. Yeah, other than that, yeah, I think it turned out quite nice. My daughter likes playing it. The strings I've put on it are a set of where the lower 3 strings are 10s and the higher 3 strings are from a set of 9s. So yeah, they are really slinky on top and are not that floppy on the lower side. I think that one works quite well with a guitar with this short scale length. Yeah, and my daughter has no problems fretting these strings over here. Yeah, the only problem she's having is with her reach. She's quite small for her age and has problems grabbing something over here. And grabbing chords for that matter. So if any of you guys or girls, ladies and gentlemen, know how to teach such a small kid to how to grab chords, please let me know. As you might have noticed, I've tuned this guitar to open G for her. Currently I'm only showing her strumming patterns, trying to keep her have a steady rhythm, strumming the open G, and eventually go on then and show her how to play simple melodies on the highest 2 strings, because those she can reach fine. Until now, yeah, that's about it. And here we're at another thing with this guitar. For the ones who think, oh, I'll get this for a travel guitar. Actually, for me, it's really hard to play chords as well on this guitar. That comes with the really narrow string spacing that I'm having here. The D chord is barely manageable for me. You can see everything still rings out. I can get that one fine, but as soon as I go, for example, to an A minor or E major shape, both the same, just on other strings, it gets really cramped up over here, and my middle finger is automatically, yeah, too high and too far away from the fret actually to really make it sound good. If I would want to play this guitar, I would have to go with pretty much a Tommy Emmanuel style. He does it sometimes. He plays an E minor, an A minor or E major with 2 fingers, where he uses his middle finger or the ring finger, depending on what he plays otherwise, to fret 2 strings at the same time with 1 finger. Yeah. See, that's what I would have to do to get close to the fret, unlike with the guitar over here. However, the fretboard itself is not that much narrower or smaller than on a regular size guitar in width. You can see eventually, let's get it a little bit closer, that the E strings have quite a bit of distance to the outer edge of the fretboard. I'm not quite sure what I should think about this. It leaves you with the option to put in a new nut, so you can do another string spacing where the strings are a little bit farther apart from each other and it's more comfortable for an adult to play. I'm also not sure if the previous owner let this specifically do to this guitar, because it was also for a kid. So keep that in mind. Yeah. Other than that, it, as mentioned, it plays fine, and I will proceed now with some tones with the same Spark 40 preset. I will go through the different pickup combinations real short, and yeah, we'll check that out. Well, so far that's about it I can tell about this guitar. I think my daughter will have a lot of fun with it. Currently she has. I hope she will have it in the future as well. And yeah, hope you liked it. I think it sounds fine. It's not something spectacular. Yeah. But for a first guitar to learn, it's certainly sufficient, I think. You can get quite a bit out of it. You have the 5-way toggle switch like on any other Strat, and you have all the positions there. Yeah, there's quite a bit you can do, and yeah, I think that's fine so far. There's nothing I will do to the electronics. As long as they work, and yeah, if something arises or she gets more ambitious with it, then eventually, but probably until this is the case, she will be grown out of this guitar. And then I will have to finish the guitar kit that I've bought for her. So yeah, that's about it. Hope you enjoyed this video staying with me, and I hope to see you another time. Bye.